I am debtor, both to the Greeks and to the barbarians, both to the wise and to the unwise. So, as much as in me is, I am ready to preach the gospel to you that are at Rome also. For I am not ashamed of the gospel of Christ, for it is the power of God unto salvation to everyone that believeth, to the Jew first, and also to the Greek. The gospel we have, the gospel of Christ, the gospel of grace, the gospel that brings man from disgrace to glory, is the powerful gospel that Christ has given unto us. We're not preaching a lifeless gospel, a powerless gospel, a graceless gospel, an impotent gospel. We're preaching a gospel that is able to take man from where he is to where he ought to be. A gospel that is able to reverse all that the fall of Adam did in man, and then to bring in all that Christ has provided on the cross of Calvary. We have been preaching the gospel, no doubt, but now we want to have a fresh commitment to the preaching of that gospel of God, a fresh commitment. And we do that in a practical way, going places we've never gone, touching lives we've never touched, and bringing the gospel anew, afresh, to the people who are waiting to hear the gospel. I am debtor, I am debtor, I owe the debt. Every man around me, I owe them something. Every woman around me, I owe her something. Everyone in my community, in my country, in my world, I owe them something. I am debtor, both to the Greeks and to the barbarians, both to the wise and to the unwise. So, as much as in me is, what does that mean? As much as I am breathing, as much as I am alive, as much as the open door is before me, as much as the opportunity is given to me, as much as in me is, I am ready. It says there's no day, there's no week, there's no month when he will say, I'm occupied in another thing, there's another project I have. He said there's no other project, there's no other assignment. It says any day, any week, any time, I am ready to preach the gospel to you also. It's not the gospel of man, but it's the gospel of Jesus Christ, the Son of God. If you're sure of what you are saying, you will speak boldly. If you're saying that this is the only answer and this is the only solution, and you want to convince the people you're speaking to, you will speak boldly. If you have experienced it yourself, if the gospel of Christ has made a definite, indelible impact in your life, and you know for a certainty that when people come to Christ, there will be a total transformation by the power of that gospel. You will speak boldly. If you love the person you are talking to, you don't fear him, but you love him, and you know that what you have is his only remedy for sin. What you have is his only possibility of getting out of darkness and coming into the light. You will speak boldly. If you're going to persuade people, you need to know where you're going, why you're speaking, why you are telling them what you are telling them. And you don't want to just preach, just to preach. You want to persuade, you want to convince, you want to get them from where they are to where they ought to be. God will use you, God will use me, God will use everyone, and this gospel will reach everyone in our world in Jesus' name. Please rise up and talk to the Lord in prayer and say, Lord, thank you for your revelation, and thank you for what you have done through the gospel in my own life, and what you will do with the gospel in our ministries together. Consecrate yourself to the Lord and let him use you today, use you this generation to take the gospel to everyone.